watching a master at work.
You win some, you lose some. But you live. You live to fight another day.
He is I and I am him. Slim with the tilted brim. What's my motherfucking name?
Yes, sir. The plugs,
Yes, sir.
the
Yes,
plugs are
ma'am.
back
Yes,
in the
sir.
building. The plugs are back in the building.
The plugs, definitely.
Yeah. Had a couple sick days, apologize. Had to call out of work a little bit, but we back at it. We here.
We're here. We're in. We're outside. Oh, sorry.
We outside with it. We outside.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
I love
sorry,
it.
man.
I love
sorry.
it.
That's all good. Pop, how you doing? Bree, how you doing?
Good. Bree, how you doing?
How about y'all, gentlemen? How are you feeling, Kevin? I know you were sick and things happening.
Had to call out of the office. So I apologize, but I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like I got a little lingering, little sniffles here and there, but outside of that, I'm solid. I'm good.
Nice.
All right. I'm glad to hear. I didn't know that you still had the sniffles, but I'm glad to hear you're feeling better.
Yeah,
you look good.
Did you get the ginger shots like I told you? You didn't get the ginger shots.
I did Google. Well, I Googled it, number one, and then I had to Google it, and then I looked it up to see if and then I looked it up to see if the grocery store had it, and they didn't have it. So nice. I think I might have got some ginger ale at the end of the day, but
that works too.
Ginger ale. Okay.
Yeah. But I definitely looked it up, Bree. I take what you say very seriously, so I definitely looked it up.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Look at Mr. DJ face.
I feel like I'm at a tennis match. Yeah.
Ginger shots. It heals in cayenne pepper. If you find one with cayenne pepper in it, seals the deal too.
I always
wow, ginger shots with cayenne.
They're like this big. They're like I'm sorry, C-Bree. I'm glad you told him, because if I would have told him, no, he still would have Googled it. He still would have Googled it if I would have told him.
Regardless.
Yeah, I'm definitely Googling it for sure. Yeah, I don't trust y'all. I don't trust nobody.
That's real.
You know what I mean? I tell people that all the time. All the time. My favorite go-to quote is, it's not that I don't trust you. I don't trust anybody. It's a cold world out here,
Oh, wow, that's man.
Real.
Okay, I mean,
button up.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, being the Googler that you are, all it is just you're getting a second opinion, man. That's all. So
I am the Googler, but let's not forget and let the people know that I am KJ.
I am DJ.
That's Bree, and he is I.
I am him, and Bree is right in there with the he.
I already said that. We done gave her 3 shout outs in the intro now. They better know who Bree is.
At this point.
Yeah. And shout out Uncle Brian too, man. But
Yeah, I was saying, you stole my thunder, but I was about to say. Man, I had one of my other friends, she was looking at it and she was like, oh, Bree, she's so nice. Breezy. I go, she called her Breezy. I told you, I'm not the only one, man, that's gonna be calling her Breezy, dude. As soon as if you start reading the comments or you start hearing what people say, they're like, "Oh, Breezy." See, Bree, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one.
Started something. You definitely started something. Yeah.
Well, thank you. But I'm glad that other people are recognizing, what we have in Bree. So I appreciate. I know Kev. I don't talk for Kev, but I know we appreciate you, Breezy. So.
I mean, I was going to put in a formal complaint. But I guess it's inappropriate now. So, no, I'm happy to have her. Yeah, she's all right.
Not a formal complaint.
She's all right. Yeah.
Breezy, how you always gets me. What I say, man? What did I say? What was wrong?
No. I'm just teasing. I love Bree as well, too. The show wouldn't be the same without her. So, absolutely.
It would not.
I'm thankful, gentlemen. Absolutely. I'm very much so thankful.
Yeah. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
So what's going on, man? What's going on with you guys?
So look, man, let's talk a little bit what's going on in the world right now, man. So Pop, I know for those that don't know, Pops is into politics, and Bree, how are you into politics? Do you follow a lot of that stuff?
Sometimes. This depends on what you're talking about. I just get a
Okay.
little sprinkle of stuff just so I won't get overwhelmed.
Yeah. So, Pops, if you could do us so kind, if you can give us kind of a high level, short summary, what is going on with the Trump situation? What is happening? Because you were talking to me about it the other day. What's going on? What's going on? What's happening?
Let me just. I can make it very short. That dude is he's held on to nuclear secrets and discussed it with potentially other people, right? And now, so now he's been indicted with 37 counts. Basically, each count is for the documents that he had, right, that are top secret. And so it's probably he's right now, he's been indicted. I know you saw that on TV. Oh, yeah, go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Yes. Sir in the back.
Sorry. Yes. So I thought he got indicted for like the sexual, the Stormy Daniels thing. That's not that's not what's going on. So it's the documents that got found at his house in Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
But those documents were were information about
nuclear secrets, various other top secret, where he's on tape saying, hey, Bree, hey, Kev, look at this here. It's top secret. I'm not supposed to tell you, but I would show it to you, but I can't because it's top secret. He's on tape. So basically, if it was me, you, or Bree, we'd be in jail right now. We'd be, you know how it is. Like we were talking, me and Kevin were talking about earlier about, once you reach a certain level in life where it's money or power, doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. And that's kind of where Trump is right now, where it's finally catching up to him. The things that he's done, the sexual abuse thing. Yeah, he lost that case, right? Mm-hmm. And then the Stormy Daniels case, that's still coming, right? They haven't even got to that one yet. And the one in New York where him and his family, where he's getting tried for that as well. They're delaying that. That's like a $250 million case. So he's got a lot coming, man. He's got a lot coming.
So this isn't just.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Go ahead, Bree. No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, they said he actually got handcuffed, but it hasn't said much since then.
Right.
And that's why I'm kind of finding it hard to really believe what's really happening, because if it was a mugshot, it would have been viral by now.
They didn't even take a mugshot.
I heard they didn't take a mugshot.
Okay.
Yeah, people were mad because, if it was Obama, they would have had him do the perp walk, walk and jump and down.
Right.
But because it's, and for everybody that's out there, we're not, we don't racial, we don't do disparage, we just facts. And if it was Obama, they would have had him mugshot, handcuffed, everything. They wouldn't have said, he's the former president. No, they would have been like, that's a black dude. That's a black dude that we're used to seeing black people of color. Yeah. So, go ahead. Sorry, man. Sorry. I get fired up. You know how I get, man. Go ahead.
It's all right. You got so fired up. You got caught in the Matrix, man. How's Neo doing?
What's crazy is I thought she was paused too, Kevin. That's why I saw your eyelashes go up and down.
Yeah. I was just looking in disbelief, like this guy right here, man. This guy right here.
You know when I get fired up, man.
No, you froze on us. You froze on us.
I did. It's like Crocs politics. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that.
Go.
You know what I mean? Like some things get me fired up. And politics and Crocs are like.
So this isn't like. Is this also like, for lack of a better word, like political jousting? Like they're trying to knock him off before the new election is happening, or did this just happen to occur? You know what
all
I mean?
These things. Yeah. It's not they're trying to knock him off. That's a talking point for for Donald Trump and Republicans. Yeah. No, this is something where everything's catching up to him.
This is real.
Yeah, at the same time. Time.
What type of punishment does he face for this for the nuclear thing?
Some of the counts individually are 10 to 20 years apiece.
What?
Is that considered espionage?
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things that everybody, that it's the Espionage Act, but you don't have to be a spy, right? It's not. It's that's what it's called, but it more goes to retaining nuclear, secret classified documents,
right,
and keeping them more than that he was a spy and he tried to, they're not doing it. They're not doing it as a spy angle. they're doing it as that's part of the Espionage Act. So that's it's
serious
to keep it simple. Yeah, he's in trouble.
Behind it. So he's probably not going to run for president in the next.
No, he's going to run. Yeah,
I'm about to say he going to run. You know, he cocky. He's really. You could
run with pending charges like that.
Oh, you can be in jail and be president.
But let's be clear. He never really had like. When I went to political science, there were certain qualifications you had to have in order to be a president, and he doesn't fit it. So I'm just confused on how he even got to where he is today. Well, not today because he's not the president, but
the only true call, you just have to be 35 years old, and you have to be a citizen of the United States, not naturalized, a citizen of the United States. Those are the only two criteria to be president. So you can be a felon and be the president.
Really?
If the people voted you in, that's why everybody's all, trying to get him out, but it really doesn't matter. He can be the president from behind bars. And that's the part that I think as people that don't, really like Bree and you, like they're really only on can only take a little sprinkle. That's the part where everybody's going to start to realize, wait a minute, you mean he can be the president behind bars? Yeah. He can, but it's not good. I don't think so. But he can be. You can be indicted. You can be a felon. Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot. You both are like, oh damn, can we switch to another topic? Because I'm trying to tell you, it's depressing to think about. It's depressing to think about.
Well, what's going on? What's going on across the pond, man? What's going on with the Russia thing? So, see, I try to not like. I'm just like Bree. Like I definitely get a little bit of sprinkle, and the sprinkle that I caught was that one of their chiefs are, stating that, they got thousands of his men, Russia, his men killed, and he vows against Russia or something like that. But is that what's going on, or what's going on with that?
The easiest way to look at it is if one of our generals, and he was in control of special forces, let's say, right? Said, you know what? I'm tired of how President Biden is running the military, or his top general, right? I'm tired of how his top general is running the military. I'm going to go take over San Diego. So that's basically what they've done. They've gone to a city that's 300 miles from Russia, from where Putin is. I forgot, whatever, St. Petersburg, whatever, where they're at. But this city is 300 miles from Russia, and they've taken it over. This part of Russia's special forces, and when I say special forces, they're not really special forces. They're like mercenaries. They're like guys that were in jail.
What you mean they took it over? Like what you mean?
They took over the city. The city
from Ukraine or from Russia?
No. This is in Russia. They're going, allegedly. I'm doing air quotes for people that are just listening. Allegedly, they're making their way towards Russia, but in this town, they've taken over this particular town as of today that is 300 miles from Russia. So they've come in and said, because they're trying to reach that general, the guy, these two generals, the Russian generals, who sent these men to die. Like, I know you guys have heard about how, they're just picking people off the streets. If you're a male, you're going. Well, they're going to get these two generals responsible.
I heard a lot of their criminals and stuff like that too. They just sent them out there too, with no military skill or anything like that. Yeah, man, it's a lot, man. But it is what it is. You depressing me, man. Let's move on to something, man, that's a little bit more light, man. Because you're starting to get me, dude. You know how I get fired up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Trump and Russia is depressing. You know what I mean? It's more. Yeah. So I have something for you too, if I can. If I can. Of course.
I thought it was.
We were talking. Yeah, we were talking, Bree, me and Kevin, about Cardi B, and you're aware of the submarine that imploded. Look, see, you already know of the submarine that imploded. It wasn't a submarine. It was a transit, a marine transit. That imploded. But apparently, she's having a beef. They're going back and forth with the family of the people that were in. Oh, you didn't know about that? Yeah, she's having a beef. She's going back and forth with them, and so I want to get you two, because like I said, me and Kevin were talking about it. I mean, what's too much? Like, if you're a celebrity, right? does that mean? I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, but I mean, that's like, to me, that's like taking on, an airplane crash survivors. I mean, an airplane crash family, victim's family, and going at them, right? So my thing to you two is, what's your opinion about Cardi B in general?
I thought it was weird when she was. I thought it was weird when she was interviewing the presidents, when she was all into that political, with her suit and everything. I don't know. I don't know if it's maybe her team that's like wanting her to be if she's talking about it, she's going to get a different audience. So I don't know.
But I mean,
go ahead.
Do you respect her opinion, like, in that regard?
I don't.
Do you?
No. So that's what I'm thinking, is like, they know that they have a certain audience, so let's put her out there so we can get that type of audience involved as well, maybe. I don't know. I'm just trying to see it as an angel's advocate of why they would put her out there. Because for me, if you're talking to me, that's not somebody I would look to get information. I wouldn't.
Okay. And that's what I was going to ask Kev. Because Kev, who's your favorite rapper? Who's your favorite rapper right now that's out right now?
Oh man, next question. That's a tough question.
Okay. Well, okay, a rapper of relevance that you like. Doesn't matter who it is.
I'll just say Schoolboy Q is one of my favorite.
Okay,
rappers.
Schoolboy Q. If Schoolboy Q says, Kevin, man, I hate what's going on, in Russia and the United States, blah blah blah. I want you to do this. Do you listen to him for his music or his opinion?
You know what I mean? So he's gonna automatically Google it.
Yeah, I definitely don't trust nobody. I'm definitely gonna Google it. I definitely ain't gonna listen to what he says.
Right. But I didn't think about that. You're right.
I mean, that's no doubt about it. I mean, I type like 78 words per minute too. So you know what I mean. The results come quick. Yeah. But my thing is this. This is how I look at it, right? So Cardi B in her past was a gang affiliated. This is not talking bad down on her. This is facts, right? You can look it up. So if one of her friends that was involved in gang activity got killed, God forbid, right? And this white person online was making light of it, how stupid that is, right? She would be all up in arms, you know what I mean? Absolutely. You don't know where we come from and da 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 da. So instead, on the other foot, because she doesn't understand why somebody let's just be honest. I mean, these were all white people to my knowledge in this submarine. She doesn't understand why somebody. Is that incorrect?
No. I'm saying, well, two were like Middle Eastern or whatever. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah. I got you. Okay. Got you. So, she doesn't understand why somebody would make this decision to go in this little capsule, to go down and risk their life to go see Titanic. But like I said, if the roles reverse, they don't understand why you'd risk your life, gang banging on something that's not even your property and risking your life. And so to me, that's the irony of the whole situation, is like, you're not cognizant to be sensitive to a tragic situation that's happened, regardless that you might feel it was silly for somebody to lose their life like that. It wasn't silly to them, just like the choices that you made. And unfortunately, maybe some of the people in your life that have lost their life, it wasn't, that also wasn't silly. So I just think it shows a little bit of ignorance. And, for me, it's, it's a little disheartening. I want to see a little bit more, but nobody's perfect.
No, I agree with that, and I think too,
so
just to I think to piggyback on that was really good, and I think to piggyback on that point about her other life, not disparaging strippers at all, right? But she was a stripper as well, right? So now you're a star, right? Man, don't do that dance, man. Yeah, just you were she was a stripper before, but now look how many little girls look up to Cardi B. Right. So if someone said, hey, I don't want my children, my grandchildren, my daughters, listening to you. You used to be a stripper, right?
Yeah.
Well, that was her. That's what she was before. That's what she did. And to your point, I don't think she wants to be judged on. She's proud of being a stripper. I mean, I've read that she's proud of being a stripper. She has no problem with that. But you would be hurt that your fans were saying, "I don't want to listen to you because my little girl, she wants to be like you, and I don't want her to be like you." So I think what you said is spot on, definitely. And Bree, I'd like to get your opinion on that.
Yeah, I think there's a lack of understanding, period, in society. Everybody just wants to come from their opinion and their opinion only, and not ever understanding what the other person may go through or why they did it or their purpose behind of what they did. I just feel like a lot of times it's like, I only have this in my thought process versus what you're telling me. And regardless of what you tell me, I'm going to be right. Both people can be right in an argument because they have their different perspectives, right? But I don't think people are trying to come into a middle ground to say, okay, I may disagree with you, but I understand where you're coming from. So I think in this particular situation, I think she's just like, she's probably not a fan of Titanic. She's probably not, coming from a part where Titanic was real in her life versus the people that were actually involved in the situation. So for her, it's like, I don't understand it. And that's okay that you don't understand it. It's not for you to understand.
Yeah.
Right.
This is what
there you
their
go.
path
there you
was.
Go. That,
this
exactly.
is what they
that was
wanted
their
to do.
passion.
This was their passion. Exactly. So it's just like, why are you so involved? And that's where the argument gets to a certain peak, because it's like, now it's more so a back and forth of me trying to get you to understand, or sometimes you just can't control what people have going on. Sometimes you just got to let go, let flow.
I saw something. I saw something interesting. I love history and stuff, and I don't know how true this is, but are both of you guys familiar with the Rothschilds family?
I've heard of it.
I mean, I've heard the name. I'm not like, I know it's right. It's their royalty or whatever, but
so the Rothschilds have been for a really long time, one of the richest families in the world. And allegedly, back when the Titanic was getting ready to sail, what was that, in the 20s or something like that for the Titanic? Right?
1912, somewhere
around there. So allegedly at this time, this was all for the richest people in the world to go on this boat,
the
right?
Which on there.
Which that makes sense, right? So I guess what happened was the Rothschilds were trying to get into centralized banking, right? But there was too many competitors, or they couldn't get it passed, or something along those lines. It was something there they just trying, they couldn't do it. So the theory is that all of the powerful people that were blocking the Rothschilds from
we're on the boat.
Were on the boat, and so the Rothschilds were supposed to go on the boat too, right? And the day of, they didn't go, right? And so there's this, I love stuff like that. There's conspiracy because then it's something. I think you look up the year when the centralized bank, or when that happened, and it's like right after that. You know what I mean?
Right there.
So,
I mean, that's I love. Sorry, Bree, if I stepped on you. I love a good conspiracy, but I kind of look at it as like, the Rothschilds were rich, but they were like, hey man, where's that iceberg gonna be at exactly? I just want to know.
Yeah, that's true.
I just want to know exactly where it's gonna be at, because I mean, like I said, I'm aware of the Rothschilds, and that is kind of odd, air quotes. If that's the case, that all these people were on there, and then coincidentally, it happens to hit an iceberg, right? And they're like, wow, really? We dodged the bullet. No, you fired the bullet. That's the conspiracy. It's like, you do it, right? So yeah, no, I've heard of the Rothschilds, but I wasn't aware of that Titanic conspiracy. That's a good one. I kind of like that one.
Yeah.
I like conspiracy, so I'll be honest with you.
I do too.
I used to be a national inquiry kid. Yeah, I appreciate that. I kind of like that. Yeah. What were you gonna say? Go ahead. I stepped on you. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No. Because I'm a low key Googler too, so I have that in my notes to look at. After
okay. You see how she looked down? She's like, "Oh, I'm a low key."
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So that's very interesting. But y'all remember that time where the plane had disappeared out of nowhere, and they didn't have
Yeah.
a signal or anything.
Yeah.
I feel like there was
Malaysian
I feel like somebody was on that plane for it to disappear too. Like a very important person was on that plane for it to disappear. Now I can't go into details of who that person is, but I do feel like things happen when very important people are involved. So this makes total sense to me.
Well, let's go ahead and stay on that train then. Did y'all see the UFO alien thing in Las Vegas?
No.
I saw the blurb on it. I didn't read it because I believe in UFOs. So everybody out there, I'm
you believe in UFOs?
I do. There's no way that we're the only people in the solar system. There is no way. I'm sorry. That's Occam's razor to me. It's like the simplest answer is usually the best answer, right? In all space is endless, you're saying we're the only ones. Is that not the peak of narcissism to think it's just us?
It is.
You know what I mean? So go ahead, man. You got me started again, man. Go ahead.
It is. There's a video that you can see.
Yes, there's a video.
I'm
actually looking at it.
You must be
YouTube.
Googling. Yeah, you must be Googling. Yeah. Listen,
I'm trying to catch up.
If anybody knows the Google face, it's me. Yeah, it's. I know that. Yeah. If anybody knows, I know.
What is it? And Kev, what is it? Game recognized game. You're like, I see your Google.
Google recognize Google, baby. But there's a video. There's a video of when it crashed allegedly in the backyard of somebody's home in Vegas. But the irony that's so funny about UFOs and about aliens is it's always like a blurry picture. It's always a distant picture. It's never freaking clear. And listen, back in the 80s, right, 90s, even before then, cool. I get why it's blurry. I get not now, not when everybody's walking around with a 4K HD device camera in their hand. You know what I mean? I'm done with all the blurriness. Like, so I want to believe in UFOs. I really, really do. But
you don't believe?
It's hard for me to. It's hard for me to believe. I mean, it's hard. It's and does it seem far fetched that in this humongous universe that there could be another life form? No, it doesn't seem far fetched. But it's hard. It's hard to it's hard to believe. You know what I mean? It's hard to believe for me.
Well, go ahead, Bree. I want to let Bree in. So before I say what I'm going to say, go ahead, Bree. I want Googler to Googler. I want to see a little, I want to see a little gang on gang action. Go ahead, Googler. Go ahet, low key Googler. Go ahead. What you were going to say? Go ahead.
So I remember, was it last month or the month before last? They found like a spaceship, thingy too. So okay, this is always my thought process when it comes to stuff like this. I think the government is only going to share so much as a face, but I feel like it's something always bigger. So the name is alien and UFO and things of that nature, but I think they actually have names that we're unaware of. I think they all know that they're here. I think they know that certain situations, circumstances are happening, but they can only tell us a certain story just for us to be like, oh, okay, and keep moving on with life. And so I think it's more so of a distraction of what really is happening. So it may not be, air quote, an alien. It may be something else. So I agree with Kevin. I think there are certain things that's happening here, but do we actually know information? No. Do we have all the information? Absolutely not.
That's the perfect. Let me piggyback on that. And the reason, and I'm not the only one that said this or thought of it, but I saw another guy this past week who said there's no way that we have proof of UFOs in the government because Donald Trump wouldn't have been able to hold that secret. He would have been like, oh no, look, I got that. There's aliens. So I kind of agree with that if maybe they held it from him. Let's even go that far. But I agree with both of you are saying, especially, Bree was talking about, in that shape and form. But it's funny that to kind of piggyback both of you, it's kind of funny that not only is it video that you can't see, it's always somewhere where no one, Yeah. So in the hills, or it's come on, all the stuff that goes on, just like Kevin said, all the stuff that goes on everywhere where there's, just what is it? How many billion people are in the world, right? No one has it on video. No one. Scientists, gigantic telescopes, no one has it on video or evidence of, right?
It's hard to believe. Hard to believe.
Right? Right? Hard to believe, right? So for me, I'm still going to stick to it, though. We're not alone. That's all I'm saying. We're not alone.
Mm-hmm. All right.
What,
you know what I mean?
I want to,
go ahead.
So are y'all Black Mirror fans?
Of course.
Okay.
I am. Are you Kevin?
So let me say this.
Wait, I can say
this. Mm-hmm. I saw the social media one, which I really liked a lot. That was probably my favorite one. And did you guys? Did both of y'all seen that one?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you ain't seen that one, Bree? Okay, Pop, you seen that one? So
yeah, I've seen every season except for this one. I haven't started this one yet.
Long story short, Bree, it's like. Long story short, but you gotta watch the social media one. You gotta watch that one because it's like a credit score, but it's like your social media is your credit score basically, and you can't get a certain house if your social media score isn't this high. You can't go into certain places.
Keep your lights up.
You gotta keep your lights up. Yeah, but did you guys know that they actually do that in China though? Did you know that there's a real social media score like that?
I did not.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't mean to go on a tangent. So I saw that one, and then I saw the one where like you could recall your memory or something like that, or you could recall something. So I saw those two, and then shout out my best friend in the world, Ashley. When I was in LA a couple weeks ago, she had me watch the video game one, the virtual reality one with the dude Jonathan Majors or whatever. That's in trouble now, right? Yeah. That's who it was.
Yeah.
Oh, no, maybe it wasn't him.
Mackie.
No, it wasn't him. Mackie, Anthony Mackie. Yeah. Whoa, a little too much for me. A little too much for me. So those are the three that I've seen. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you are okay. You've seen it. Okay. Go ahead, Bree.
So I'm mad that because y'all haven't seen it yet, but I'm just gonna keep it very brief. There is an episode I saw last night. It is on the part of the new season, so please don't shoot me. It's pretty much about dimensions. I'm not sure if y'all are into dimensions, and it was good. It was basically
good. Okay.
It was, to sum it up, basically somebody is playing me, and I'm watching it on Netflix. It was called Streamberry, but I'm watching somebody play out my life, and so she's trying to figure out like how somebody's trying to play, like what's happening. Everybody's watching it. How is this a movie? So she finally figures out like there is this big scene to where this is just only one dimension. Like you're level 5. The other one, like what we're doing right now, this has already happened. I'm like, oh snap. So it is really, just to sum that up, it was pretty like dimensional things that we're not the only ones pretty much in the story. Like there's other characters in our story that's happening right now. If it hasn't happened yet, it's going to happen. And I'm just like, I hate that it had to be just 1 hour because I wanted them to develop the story a little bit more, but it was really good.
It's really good. No, okay, I'm gonna let you go ahead. I know how I feel about planes, so I'm gonna let you go first, and then I'm gonna say what I think about planes.
About planes?
Well, dimensions. She's saying, in other words, not planes, airplanes, dimensions. Like there's basically what she's saying is that there's more than one plane or dimension going on right now. Like you and I, us three, we're talking right now. But in another plane, you could be playing basketball, you could be rapping, you could be doing whatever, because that's another dimension or another plane. So when I say planes, I just mean I should same thing, but I'll say dimensions. So how do you feel about it?
I've heard of that type of stuff of like deja vu, when you get deja vu and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's because it's happening in another. There's another word that I'm trying to think of besides dimension and plane. But yeah, I want to tell y'all my idea of the TV show that I want to do. So you go ahead and say your idea about the planes and dimensions popping, and I'm gonna tell y'all my TV idea.
There's and I'm glad you mentioned TV because I don't know if you guys have seen it, but you should check it out. There's a TV show called Fringe that used to come on. That's exactly what it is. Fringe. Yeah, and it was good for, man, it was, I think it ran for like 4 years. It probably like maybe 8 years ago, 10 years ago. And that's basically what it was. There was an America where,
parallel
Nazis,
universe,
just an America
parallel
where
universe. That was the
yes,
word I was
parallel
thinking
universe.
of. Parallel universe.
That's kind of exactly that. Hey, Googler, good job.
I ain't even Google it, y'all.
Yes.
I ain't even Google it, y'all. Right off the dome.
It just came back. It just pulled in. It pulled up. It pulled up.
Yep.
Wait. Let me say it this way. It came through. Through.
My memory is like a flicking light, man. Every once in a while, it just fling. It just flick on every once in a while, man. You know. Got it.
Well, yes, parallel universe. But what I was going to say is, I believe in that. There's more than one dimension. I do think that there's more. I mean, I'm not saying, obviously, there's proof. I know there's theories about it, but if you think about it, if you really think about it, there has to be something to. I don't remember if it's Albert Einstein or the theory. I forgot which theory it is. I think I fell asleep in that class, but there has to be more to it, right? In terms of scientifically being another plane, there has to be. Because if you can go if you can, like part of the theory is you can go so fast that you can go backwards, right? Mm-hmm. Or something like that. People can correct me if I'm wrong. But so I do think there's another plane or another dimension. I do. So
I mean, you could argue that because you could go fast. Planes can take you to another time zone, right? Like it could be 7 p.m. and then you can go back and it could be 7 p.m. again. It could be 7 p.m. New York, then you could take a jet to LA and then get to 7 p.m. again. So there probably is something that you could do like that. My idea that I wanted to do for a TV show that I haven't seen out there. Maybe it's out there because it's not a lot of stuff that's new. And I geek out on this in my real life, anyways. I believe everybody has a doppelganger, man. I really do. I'm talking about like a legit like double take. Like what the hell? Like I believe it. Like I was in the Uber going to the golf course the other day, and this dude, y'all probably don't know who this is, or maybe y'all do. You guys know who Marquise Brownlee is?
No.
He's a guy. He's famous on YouTube for reviewing tech products. So when new iPhones, new Google phones, new VR, whatever it is, he does it first. Black guy, awesome guy. But I hopped in the Uber, man. The dude looked back at me, said, "How you doing?" I almost jumped out my damn skin. I said, "Oh my God, I'm on TV or something like that. Somebody is tricking me right now, Right. So every once in a while, man, I see a doppelganger, and I've even been. I have this picture in my phone that I was scrolling just on somebody else's story. And I saw myself, I swear to God. And the dude that looked like me, he had dreads. But I kid you not, I have to send you the picture, Pop. It's crazy. Like his face, it's me. It's me. It is me. I'm looking at myself. You know what I mean? Like,
and you're freaked out, right? You're freaked out, right?
Freaked out, man. Freaked out. So I don't know if that's in the other universe. Like maybe our doppelgangers are the one. Like it gets tricky out here, man. It gets tricky. Yeah, but I want to do a TV show. I want to do a TV show. Where's my doppelganger?
Where's it?
Dislocated.
Oh,
okay, no.
That might be good. That might be good.
You know what I'm saying?
They just had. No, I think that's good. They just had. I don't know if you guys saw it. What's her name? Kylie Jenner.
Yeah.
They just interviewed a girl. I just saw it yesterday, where she just posted on TikTok, "Hey, I look like you," and she did. I thought it was her. She goes, "Hey, I look like you, and I just wanted to see. What do you think?" She's got like 21 million views, and then Kylie Jenner got in touch with her. And she, they showed the post, and she's like, "Hey,
ain't that a little different because she got surgery and all that type of stuff? Ain't that a little different?"
No.
Right.
Oh, you mean Kylie, the OG Kylie?
The lips, yeah.
Like.
Oh, yeah.
Like.
But
homegirl was probably really born with her lips, and
right.
Yes, right. Wow. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. What do we always do? Hey, shout out to Kylie. I don't know what they're talking about, but it's their opinion. You look fine to me, girl. I'm not even going to say anything, okay?
I'm not saying you ugly, but what I am saying, you probably
is a little accent, a little touch and go here. Okay. But the girl, she didn't have any because the girl showed her face initially with no makeup. And then they showed her with makeup. And she just looks like her. I mean, just to Kevin's point, That's her. That's Kylie's. Well, this Kylie. That's the. I don't know about the old Kylie before the stuff, but she looks exactly like her. So to your point, Kev, I mean, I've seen guys that resemble me. Yeah. Or I always get, hey, I know you from somewhere. Because, I've got those kind of features, big nose, lips, typical black guy look kind of thing, that I always get that. But people tell me all the time, oh, your son looks like Drake. Oh, your son looks like Drake. Yeah. You and I have even talked about, you should go up to Drake and go, hey, dog, you need somebody to be your stand-in. I'll be your stand-in.
When me and him were younger, when me and Drake were younger, we're the exact same age. Or pretty much, I think so.
Are you really?
Maybe I'm like a year older, maybe. But when he was younger, when I was younger, we looked a lot alike. Now that we a little older, it's not as close. But yeah, when I lived in Toronto and the lights was low in the club, oh man, you should have seen. I've made so many.
Let me find out.
I want to apologize. I want to go ahead on record and formally apologize to all the girls in Toronto where I broke their heart. They ran up to me in the club thinking I was Drake, just to get really close and be like, oh.
That is some shameful stuff.
And shout out to my boy Frank, man. Frank
right
always had me in the. Frank always had the tables. He always had me. It was always just me and him at a table with a bunch of girls. So they was just thinking like, oh, you know what I mean? That's him.
That's gotta be great.
That's him.
And you went right along with it.
Nah,
okay,
nah. Maybe a couple times.
Yeah, but you know what? Go ahead, girl. Sit right here for
me. One or two times.
YMC.
Yeah, exactly.
Young Money. Yeah, a couple times.
It's the impersonation for me.
Right.
Couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what about you, Bree?
I've actually had somebody call me. They were at a restaurant. They was like, "Are you up here?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm in my bed." And they were like, "Bree, like the mannerism of this girl is like you," because I'm very particular on how I eat. I'm a picky type of person.
You're a puller.
I am. And then I eat in sections. So I may eat my vegetables first and then my protein. And then I don't drink until afterwards. So I want to enjoy my meal. When you drink water and things of that nature, you get a little full. So I'm going to enjoy my food first. But anyway, they were looking at this. I said, y'all really need to stop looking at her because that's not me. It was like, no, Bree, that's you. That's you. I'm at home. So I definitely believe, there's lookalikes, close twins, all that.
Okay. Bree, I believe you have a question for the reporter in the back.
Yes,
sir.
Yes. Right there in the back, please.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Are you one of those people when you try some food, like I'm, yo, Bree, try this out, right? Try this dish, that you smell it before you eat it first?
I don't smell it, but I will tear it apart. I will tear it apart. Absolutely.
Okay. Interesting, because those people that they put it, they sniff it like they smelling it for I don't know what. It's like, man, just that your taste buds are in your mouth, not in your nose. You know what I mean?
Well, no, you actually eat with your scent too. Look it up.
Eat with your nose. I'm gonna Google that. I'm gonna Google that.
No, but it's funny you said that, Kevin. I have a friend that's exactly what she does. And shout out to Deb if you're listening. Deb, I hate to call you out, but I don't care what it is. It's okay. You know what I mean? Like to me, I was like, what? If it looks good, why you gotta smell it, right? I'm not, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't look at a steak and go, yeah, I gotta. But I do have a question. I do have a question for you, Bree and Kevin, because you made this point, Bree. There are people that their food can't touch. They can't eat their food if they run together. And it kind of sounds like, you're like, no, I eat this first, then that. Me, I'm a mixer. I want, especially macaroni and cheese, greens, I'm mixing it up together.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Suicide that
right?
thing. Yeah.
Exactly, right? But you're saying, Bree, that you eat your vegetables first. Then you eat your accompanying rice, whatever, and then you go to the protein.
And save the drink for last. That's interesting too, because I definitely like to splish that around a little bit. You know what I mean? Reset the palate. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Bree, I think me and my son are kind of the same. So I'm a little. If I saw you do that, I would be like, oh, okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I just would have, oh, because the puller can. I know some people that do the puller thing, man. So I mean, that's normal to me. I don't breathe. There's nothing wrong with being a puller. You know what I mean? Yeah. Unless it's something that shouldn't be pulled, right? Unless you're eating something where I'm like, oh, why is she doing spaghetti and she's stretching it out before she eats it? Then I might be like, ooh, that's a little much, right?
Right.
But let me ask you guys a question. And I'm not calling her out, and I'm not gonna say her name, nothing like that. I'm just gonna say a person. What would you do if someone, Bree, Kev, you go out on a date, let's say, and they are just studying everything you like about this person? You're like, oh my God, this is the one. This is the one. You're talking, you're having your drink, whatever. Food comes. That person takes the food and they're like, oh yeah,
I can't do it.
What do you, right? Doesn't all the things that you thought, right? Nah. Man, I want to marry this person. I want to have kids with this person. I'm dreaming my life about this person. Nah. And then the food comes and you're like, what the heck? What? Who?
Nah.
What else are you like? If this is how you eat your food, right? In front of me, right? In front of me. Not like where it's like you're at home, like where nobody's watching. You're in a restaurant. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Hold on, man. Get it out their teeth.
Nah.
Right?
Can't do it.
No? You're not doing it. You're not doing it?
That's a good time to joke. That's, to me, I would have literally you diving in, and then see, that's just me.
You're politically correct.
It must be good or something. That's me. And that has actually not in that sense, but it was something that was not cute. And I was like, sir, that has absolutely, because he had throw up in his car.
Oh
yeah, I was like,
what?
You were bold to get me in this car with all this throw up, and he was like, oh snap, and it was it was a self-reflection on him, and so we were joking about it, but I was just like, we ain't leaving until this is cleaned up. We laughing, but this is a problem.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like, man, if you're doing that, what else is going on?
What else?
Okay, Ken.
So I have to bring it up. I wouldn't just hold it and then eat and we're just chilling. I have to bring it up. It may be a joke, but I'm bringing it up.
It wouldn't have been a joke for me. I would have been like, hey, what's up? What's this? I could have done a joke. I wouldn't have ran to it. But what's this?
Yeah.
Look at Kev. He's like, I'm not having this conversation.
Yeah.
What's wrong, man? What?
Yeah. No. My response definitely would have been check, please. Check, please would have been my response.
You already been like, I got to go to the restroom. I'll be right back.
Check, please. Yeah. That would have been my response, man. That would have been my response, man. But
what if that's the only unclassy part of her? You've seen her, you've talked to her, y'all been on other dates, walking parks and conversation wise. That eating, her way of eating, is it.
Done. I'm with Kevin. Because if that's how you eat, what else is like that though? Because you got to think in your head, man, I've seen all this stuff. and then you come to eat, and then you're a total different person. You're totally different.
And that's something that we do. We're gonna do a lot. You know what I mean? We're gonna eat. We're gonna eat together a lot. You know what I mean? So So I'm not. I'm not dealing with that morning, lunch, and dinner. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Because you can't change. I mean, you could joke and change it. Right. You can say, hey, honey. You know what? When you eat, can you try not to? Oh, you don't like how I eat? You don't like how I eat? You know what I mean? It's like you're leading into, do I look fat in this dress? Kind of thing. The conversations that we had.
It's close.
You know what I mean?
It's close.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would just.
What if they don't like the way y'all eat? What if they don't like the way y'all eat? Y'all need to hear you, because I'm the last one at the table. I am the last one at the table, and people get mad at me.
Really?
Like,
Two-way
you still
street.
eating? Yeah, pass me some more food. I'm still enjoying mine. So
that's
whether
cool.
they don't
I
like
don't mind.
the way,
I don't mind a woman that likes to eat. You know, that's cool. I
Me
just don't
either.
want to. I just don't want to
Me
see
either.
your food all up in your mouth, smacking and all that type of stuff. I don't want to see
it's
all
pretty
that. No, I'm
disgusting.
good.
That is
Yeah,
pretty
I'm
bad.
good. I'm good. I'm all good. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But man, let's leave it at that, man. I hope everybody out there, I hope y'all enjoy what we talked about today. You know, some UFO talk, some Black Mirror talk, some politics
A
talk,
little
some Russian
political in
talk.
there, everything.
You know what I mean?
Black
Little bit of
Mirror.
little bit of everything. So, you know, on behalf of the show, please make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you comment. Let us know what you think. I'm proud of who I am.
I'm proud to be him.
He is I.
And I am him. And Bree, thank you for being Bree.
I am Bree.
As always,
truly
Bree.
appreciate it.
That's right. That's right. All right, y'all. Until next time.
All right, then.
All right.
All
Peace.
right.